Okay, we hit shoulders today. So I'm going to start out with a few cable reverse, whatchamacallits. Probably just do two sets here. Yeah. Whew. This felt a lot better than I had suspected. So I think I'm going to do another one. Definitely going to do another one, but there may be more than two here because it feels phenomenal. Uh, this feels just stupid good. So I can't even fathom going to like I was going to go over and do the dumbbell reverse flies, uh, which would I'm sure would be fine, right? But this just feel like not only am I feeling it in the rear delt, but I'm feeling it all throughout the trap, like the back of the traps and up in here. I mean, it just feels great, and the rear delts feel really tight right now. So this is I'm definitely doing one more here at least. Oh shit! Drop it. Oh yeah. One more should do the trick. It just feels so damn good. And so I went one plate lighter, and I also brought the handles down on the cables down two notches, so it's a little bit more shoulder length instead of up a little bit higher. I did a tester; it felt really good. So screw it. Just gonna do one more here. Just gonna rest a second. Whew. This freaking feels amazing. So we might as well get uh, some chin raises or upright row out of the way. So I have the like this V grip, A grip, whatever you want to call it, uh, and I grab it from the insides like this because it's just a lot easier on my bicep. So I'm gonna do one here, see how it feels. Possibly two. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I think one more. I mean, we're hitting the rear delt here, but we're also hitting, there's a lot of trap in this movement. It feels really good. Uh, the pump so far just feels absolutely amazing. So, uh, do one more here, and then we'll move in the front delts, side delts, whatever. Yeah. All right. So this uh, whatever military press overhead raise machine, I've really taken a liking to this lately, and I love uh, the fact that I can grip it here, but I can also grip it here. Yeah, sometimes, like I was doing my warm up sets right here, feels absolutely amazing. I might alternate it a little bit, but I think this is going to be the majority of the front delt work right here on this machine. Uh, After this, probably just blow out with some a set or two of lateral raises. But I think this is going to be good. So let's get to it. I got to pick it up with one arm first because I got a bum shoulder over here. Oh, this whole thing moved backwards. All right. Yeah. 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 Oh gosh. Okie dokie. I lowered the weight just maybe about 2 plates. Came down just a little bit. I want to try to stay in that 8 to 10, 8 or 8 to 12 range. But that felt really good. Um, I definitely feel like a full blown, full shoulder pump at this point in time. So I'm not complaining. Let's do another one here. Oh, yeah. 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 Uh, shoulders has become one of my favorite body parts to work. And the reason being is because, I'm trying to get them to catch up to the chest, back, and all that because they were lagging for a while there. They still are a little bit. But if you compare, like if you saw the video last Friday when I did chest, or Saturday, I forget what day it was. Uh, you can see the shoulders they're definitely coming. If you compare them to like a year ago, it's like night and day. It's a year ago it looked like I didn't even train my shoulders, whereas now they're definitely popping. So I love training shoulders anymore. So one more here, probably go inner grip too. I lowered it again too. Ah. Do some double-sided lateral raises. It's pretty lightweight. It's only 25 pounds, but I am seated, and I'm gonna do my best to eliminate any of the swinging and just really try to come up and concentrate on that squeeze up at the top, just like this. Wasn't quite feeling those the way I was anticipating. I'm gonna switch it up just a tad. Uh, I lied. I'm gonna do this again, but I'm gonna do a drop set. So I'm gonna go from the 25s, right, and I'm gonna drop it pretty drastically. And I have two 10-pound plates actually behind me here that I'm gonna pick up and just, it's almost gonna be almost a straight arm, like elbows locked out, just kind of bam up like this, because it's so light, and I really just want to concentrate on that crazy squeeze up at the top. So let's see how it goes. Oh shit, my music. Damn it. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Ah. All right. I stand by that shoulder workout all day. That was not bad. Um, full disclosure, yesterday was technically shoulder day. Um, I got home from work and threw my gym clothes on. I was getting ready to bounce out the door, and my wife, she says, What are you doing? You got to get dressed. We have dinner plans, right?" And I was like, "Dinner plans? Like, what are you talking about?" She's like, "I've been telling you for a month." I was like, "Really?" I kind of acted like it was the first time I was hearing about it, which it was in my mind, right? But apparently, she's been telling me for a month that we had dinner plans last night. So, you know, I, I don't know. I'm a guy, right? So, like, my wife tells me about these plans all the time, like different things. And the day of, when she's like, "Get dressed, we got to go," it's like news to me. It's like, "We're doing what? We're going to San Diego today? What?" She's always like, "I've been telling you for a month." Anyway, long story short, we got home from dinner really late last night. So I had intentions of going to the gym at like 10:30, 11 o'clock last night, but I didn't because I was just like super tired. And I don't know. I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to get there. It's going to be a shitty work. I made excuses. I'm just going to flat out and say it. I was tired, which I was. I mean, there is merit to that, but I could have gone. But no big deal. The only problem that I face right now is, and it's not even so much of a problem, but I took Sunday off, right? Because we were busy. We had a lot of things going on. Or I'm sorry, maybe that was Saturday or Sunday. I think it was Sunday. And then we worked out Monday, but then Tuesday we missed a day. So this week coming, instead of hitting every body part twice a week, meaning like every sixth day, now it's going to be a week apart, right? So it's going to be like I'm on a once a week schedule. So, but that's okay. I rarely miss, so this week was a one-off. Missing 2 days like that, it doesn't happen very often at all. It's very rare for me to miss one day a week, to be honest with you. So, no big deal. We're just jumping back on the train, getting the diet under control. Morning weight was 203.7. I'd like to think that had something to do with the incredible amount of food that I ate not only at dinner last night, but the almost 2,000 calorie lunch that I had at Chick-fil-A as well. So that's probably had something to do with it. But today we're going to do the Trader Joe's run, get back on with the 90% lean ground beef, the rice, the potatoes, all that stuff. Just kind of clean it up a little bit because the past 2 weeks I have been getting ahead of myself a little bit. I have definitely been eating more dirty than I want to, you know. And I think that's just a lot of that has to do with just coming fresh off of a cut. I'm just kind of like missing a lot of different foods, just kind of going a little bit bonkers. But we're going to tighten that up immediately, starting right now, and just kind of get back to the basics of the bulk. But today's workout was really good. I'll tell you, I don't remember the last time I started with cable reverse cable flies, but oh my gosh, it felt absolutely amazing. I just like I wanted to sit there and just do more and more, and I felt it all throughout the traps, um, the rear delts. I mean, they were on fire. I mean, it felt perfect. So that was really all I needed to do. That and the 2 sets of upright row. And then what do we do for front and side? We only did 2 sets of lateral raises, and then 3 sets of push overhead presses. That was a whole shoulder workout, right? So it was 4, 5, 6 for rear delts and traps, and then 6. So it was 12 sets altogether, right? I'm okay with that. I mean, shoulders is a little bit tricky. I don't normally do 4 or 6 sets for rear delts and traps. I mean, usually it's a little bit less than that. Um, but today it just felt so good, and the pump was just absolutely amazing. So I just took it a little bit further. Um, but I mean, technically, I could get away with 3 sets of traps and then 4 or 5 sets of front and side delts. I mean, it's usually more than enough. So, but today's workout was great. Feel absolutely amazing. We're putting on weight. The waist is staying uh, fairly under control. I mean, definitely more puffier, right, than it was on the final day of the cut. But that's to be expected. As long as it's not like I don't want to be going up like 2, 3 belt sizes, because that's where it turns into a problem. And I don't want that uh, the skin on my stomach to get stretched any more than it was. Because if you remember when I did the last day of the cut physique check, there's a little bit of skin. It's really not a big deal. You really got to look at it hard to even see it. But I definitely notice it, so I don't want that to get any worse. I want it to get tightened up. But hey man, this is the name of the game, right? I love this shit. Like I just love all the motions of bodybuilding, the training in the gym, eating, monitoring your weight, tracking your macros, and even on the bulk, I still track all my macros. You know, and it's called bodybuilding for a reason, right? It's not called body built; it's bodybuilding. You're actively building it. It's like Leonardo da Vinci, when he was doing those different sculptures and stuff. He didn't do those overnight. I mean, they took, if my memory serves me correct, some of them took years for him to do, right? Um, just chipping away at it little by little, and every day at the gym is just a little extra chipping. Like 1 or 2 chips with the chisel. Every meal is just like one extra chip with the chisel, and over time, you're just changing your body. It's kind of like the brick wall reference I made the other day. Each workout is one brick on that brick wall that you're building. Each meal is that concrete that you're laying in between the bricks, each brick. And eventually, if you're consistent enough and you continue to do it, I mean, you're gonna have your brick wall is gonna grow, right? Just like the sculpture is gonna turn into that beautiful, whoever he made sculptures of. I don't know. I can't think of the names, but they look pretty cool, right? So, the name of the game is just stay consistent. Just stay as consistent as possible. Things are going to happen. Life's going to show up. Plans are going to change, like they did with me yesterday. I'm going to say, you know, if you have a late night and you're like, it's 10 o'clock, it's perfectly fine to just miss the gym. But if you're doing that on a consistent basis, right? So if you're consistently making excuses why you can't go to the gym, whether you're tired, you have a busy schedule, you're traveling for work or whatever, that's the danger zone. That's where you don't want to be. But if you're consistent with your training, consistent with your diet, and you're consistent with everything, and then once in a while you got to miss or something comes up, it's not going to affect your gains, man. It really isn't. So you just jump right back in. So it's like I did today. So, no big deal. As long as the consistency of the positives, are there, if that makes sense, then those little negative one-offs here and there, they're not going to affect you. That one meal that you splurge, it's not going to bother you. But again, if you're eating, a pepperoni pizza with extra cheese 5 days a week, it's probably not going to do you much good. If you're missing 4 out of 7 of your workouts every week, probably not going to do you any justice, right? But if you're consistent and once or twice a month you have to miss a workout, come on, man, you're going to be fine. So just give it your all. Go as hard as you can, go as heavy as you can, and just put 150% into it, and you're going to grow. You're going to see results. So that's my spiel for today. Happy hump day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for, we got to do the arms. That's always a fun workout. If you haven't been to the gym today, get your ass to the gym. Come on now. No excuses, even though I made an excuse yesterday, but that's all right. Do as I say, not as I do, right? I'm just kidding. Hey, have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.